Good morning. Across much of the country, a dramatic burst of spring-like warmth is about to replace the winter chill. The air feels different already, with a gentle breeze hinting at the changes to come. For many, it's a welcome break from the relentless, cold and gray skies that have dominated the season so far. After weeks of cold, millions from the heartland to the East Coast will see temperatures soar, feeling more like late April than mid-February. Parks and sidewalks are already filling up as people take advantage of the unexpected warmth, trading winter boots for sneakers and heavy coats for light jackets. This isn't a minor warm-up, it's a record-breaking event that will have you rethinking your week. Get ready to shed those heavy layers as a milder air mass sweeps in. You might even find yourself reaching for sunglasses and planning outdoor lunches, something almost unheard of this time of year. Temperatures will climb 20 to 30 degrees above average, a huge shift for this time of year. The change will be abrupt. One day bundled up, the next you might be eating lunch outside. It's the kind of weather that makes you want to open your windows and let the fresh air in, even if just for a moment. This pattern will build through the week, starting in the plains and pushing eastward, bringing balmy weather to cities recently buried in snow. The transformation will be visible everywhere. From melting snowbanks to blooming early flowers, nature is responding quickly. But with any major weather shift, there are risks. Warmth, wind, and dry conditions can create hazards, and a rapid thaw brings its own threats. Flooding from melting snow and increased fire danger are real concerns, so it's important to stay alert. Let's break down what's happening, the pleasant surprises, and the safety tips you'll need for this unusual February week. Whether you're planning to enjoy the sunshine or just want to stay safe, we've got you covered as this early taste of spring sweeps the nation. So, what's behind this big warm-up? It's all about the jet stream. Normally the jet stream dips south in winter, letting Arctic air plunge into the U.S. This week it's retreating far north, forming a big ridge over the central and eastern U.S. That ridge blocks cold air and opens the door for warm air from the Gulf and Southwest to surge north. This high-pressure system brings clear skies and sunshine, amplifying the warming effect. The result? A feedback loop. Jet stream pulls back, warm air moves in, sun heats the ground, and temperatures keep rising. That's why this warmth isn't just a blip, it's a persistent pattern, locking in mild weather for days. The air is coming from much warmer regions, and the strengthening February sun boosts the effect. So when you step outside and feel that mild breeze, thank the jet stream's big ridge for this early taste of spring. The heartland is first to feel this dramatic shift, as a wave of unseasonable warmth sweeps across the region, signaling a dramatic change in the weather pattern. Spring-like air is sweeping across the Great Plains, from Texas to Iowa, with highs soaring into the 60s, 70s, and even 80s, in some spots. The landscape is coming alive much earlier than usual, with people trading winter coats for t-shirts and sunglasses. Cities like Oklahoma City and Des Moines are set for their warmest days of the year so far, with bustling streets and parks filled with residents eager to soak up the sunshine. By Tuesday, western and central Texas could see the mercury hit the 80s, remarkable for February. Such temperatures are more typical of late spring, not the tail end of winter. Dozens of daily records are likely to fall as this pre-spring heat takes hold, with meteorologists closely monitoring the situation and updating forecasts as new highs are reached. Strong southerly winds, driven by high pressure, are pumping this warmth northward at an impressive pace, carrying mild air deep into the heart of the continent and accelerating the thaw. It's a classic setup for a major winter thaw, with the plains getting the first and most intense hit. Snow is melting rapidly, and streams are beginning to swell with runoff. But this warmth comes with concerns. Those same gusty winds are blowing over dry ground, raising the risk of wildfires. Fire danger signs are popping up across the region, reminding everyone to stay vigilant. So, while the break from winter is welcome, residents need to stay alert to changing conditions. Local news and weather apps are buzzing with updates and safety tips. The sunny, breezy weather feels great, but it can also bring hidden dangers. As the Great Plains heat up, it's important to enjoy the warmth responsibly and keep an eye on the forecast. After the plains, the warmth marches east, spreading across the Midwest, Ohio Valley, Southeast, and Mid-Atlantic. For many, this will be the longest stretch of warmth since early in the year. Pittsburgh could see highs near 60, its warmest since early January, a real break in the winter pattern. Washington, D.C. is also set for near 60-degree days, offering a beautiful backdrop to the city's monuments. The Southeast will bask in 70s and even low 80s, classic spring weather weeks ahead of schedule. As the week goes on, temperature records from Georgia to the Carolinas are likely to fall. Flowers and trees may start to bloom, and people will flock outdoors to enjoy the sunshine. The warm air flows east like a slow-moving river, guided by high pressure, filling valleys and coastal plains. That's why the warmth arrives in the plains first, then takes a day or two to reach the East Coast. It's a massive atmospheric shift, bringing spring to millions, one region at a time. While much of the country basks in warmth, the far north tells a different story. The contrast is striking, almost as if two different seasons are unfolding at the same time, just a few hundred miles apart. A sharp dividing line separates mild air to the south from stubborn winter cold in the north. This boundary is so distinct you can almost trace it on a map, marking where spring has arrived and where winter refuses to let go. You could travel a few hundred miles and see a 30 or 40-degree temperature swing, a true tale of two seasons. One moment, you're surrounded by blooming flowers, the next, you're back in a snowy landscape. In New England, cold air is putting up a fight. Boston may struggle to reach 40, while cities to the south enjoy the 60s. It's a dramatic difference that shapes daily life, from what people wear to how they spend their time outdoors. This cold air damming keeps the warmth from breaking into the interior, northeast, and northern New England. The mountains and valleys act like barriers, trapping the chill and holding spring at bay. North of Chicago, the story flips. While the city enjoys 60s, just north, snow and ice remain. It's a reminder that even a short drive can take you from spring back to winter. The jet stream still dips enough here to lock in Arctic air, creating a classic weather battleground. This invisible river of wind is the main player, steering warm and cold air masses and shaping our weather patterns. This sharp temperature gradient is a breeding ground for active weather, even if things are calm for now. Storms can develop quickly along this boundary, bringing surprises to both sides. It's a reminder of how localized weather can be, even within a big pattern. Neighborhoods just miles apart can have completely different experiences. So, while some are grilling outside, others just a state away are still dealing with icy roads. The weather you wake up to might be nothing like what your friends or family are seeing just a short distance away. That's the complexity and fascination of our weather. It's these dramatic contrasts that keep us watching the skies, always wondering what the next day will bring. Let's zoom in on Pittsburgh to see what this thaw means for daily life. After weeks of gray skies and chilly temps, the forecast for nearly 60 degrees is a real mood booster. It's the most significant stretch of warmth in over a month, and this time, it's sticking around. The ground will thaw. People will get outside, and the city's mood will lift. But as snow and ice melt, watch for runoff and ponding in low areas, and keep an eye on river ice breaking up. For Pittsburgh and similar cities, this is a welcome change, a preview of spring and a break from winter's monotony. The full transition is still weeks away, but this warmth is a much-needed reminder that brighter days are ahead. In Texas, it's not just spring, it's a preview of summer. Western and central Texas could hit the 80s, fueled by a strong high-pressure ridge and gusty dry winds from the southwest. This kind of heat in mid-February is rare, even for Texas. The dry air allows temperatures to climb fast, and daily records are almost certain to fall. ranchers and outdoor workers need to think about hydration and sun protection much earlier than usual. But the same warm, breezy weather also brings a serious wildfire risk, a hazard Texans know well. When folks in the east feel that mild breeze, remember it started as a scorching day deep in Texas. With this warmth comes a serious wildfire risk, especially in the high plains. 3 ingredients, unseasonable heat, dry vegetation, and gusty winds, create a dangerous setup. A single spark can ignite a fast-moving fire, with winds spreading flames and embers quickly. Fire weather warnings are in effect for areas seeing the biggest temperature jumps. Dormant grasses are drying out fast, making the landscape especially vulnerable. Officials urge everyone to avoid outdoor burning and be cautious with anything that could spark a fire. Enjoy the spring-like weather, but stay weather-aware and respect burn bans. The same breeze that feels great can become destructive in an instant. This is the flip side of the pleasant weather. Always respect the power of the elements. In the colder Midwest and Northeast, the rapid warm-up brings a different hazard: flooding from ice jams. Rivers and streams, frozen for weeks, will see ice break up as temperatures rise above freezing. Large chunks of ice can get stuck, forming jams that block river flow and cause sudden flooding. This threat is serious and can develop quickly, especially during a major thaw. Fluctuating temperatures add to the risk. Warm days start the melt, but cold nights can refreeze ice, making jams worse. Residents near rivers should have a plan and be ready to act if water levels rise. As we wrap up, remember, enjoy the warmth but stay alert to risks. In the plains, watch for fire danger. In the north, monitor rivers for flooding. This weather pattern is a reminder that the atmosphere can bring both pleasant surprises and serious hazards. Stay informed, stay safe, and enjoy this unusual February week.